Hey, Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, call halal Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shab, Shem Kodash. Double honors again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who, through the Holy Spirit, continue to teach us His truth. All right, this is Naaman with the DC Camp, and once again, uh, you know, this video is to emphasize the double standard when it comes to policing. Something we should all know, but hey, we got to have these reminders because uh, these assholes, these people that are over us, all right, these Edomites, they continually try to sweep stuff under the rug. So therefore, we have to keep putting this out because these are things that happen. This is not just our people's imagination, all right. Now, way back in the day, they got away with this largely because of the difference in technology between now and back in the day. Everyone's got a smartphone uh, that's got a camera on it. So anyway, this is from News One, and it says violent white folks who were taken into custody with loving care by police. And this has been a little over a month ago, but it's still relevant. And you got this. Look at these devils. All right, and for some of the things that they did, you're like, damn. And Jake does little or nothing. All right, and gets lit up. But those are the curses. All right. That's prophesied that that would happen to our people, and it's one of the indicators, all right, as to who we are. And here we go. It says only in America can police respond to separate calls for similar incidents and have two drastically different results depending on the race of the subject. A variation of that dichotomic truth continued to play out in real life on Tuesday afternoon when a suspected white supremacist allegedly killed at least 8 people in 3 separate shootings in Georgia that bore all the hallmarks of a racist attack against Asians. All right, so now they're getting some. All right, it says the suspect's name, of course, was Robert Aaron Long. All right, and it's making this a-hole here. All right, of course. They got him in the bulletproof vest. They want to make sure, of course, that he makes it to trial and all this BS. All right. Uh, anyway, for perspective's sake, police killed George Floyd over nonviolent allegations surrounding a purported counterfeit $20 bill. The examples of the difference along racial lines in law enforcement reactions to similar reports of crime keep pouring in. One glaring instance of law enforcement not being nearly as trigger-happy with white people as they are with black suspects came courtesy of a viral video on social media. While it was unclear when, where, and why a violent encounter happened between a store patron and a police officer, it was very clear that the cop never once felt threatened enough to use lethal force. And there he is on the ground. He's in a liquor store. All right. And it makes the distinction between Jacob Blake. He was unarmed when he was shot in the back multiple times at close range as he tried to enter his car. Uh, video ended with cop handcuffing the suspect. All right, and this is his, who had clearly assaulted the officer, but nothing happened. All right. Here's another one. Let's see. He was charged. Look at him laughing and joking. And this guy was charged. His name is Nicholas Arnold Shock. Was arrested and charged with battery and disturbing the peace, and bail was set at $620. All right. Uh, Said it was a far cry. Say how Baltimore cops treated Freddie Gray before he sustained his deadly injury in the back of a police van over suspicions about a penknife. Oh man. Here's something in L.A. It says Oh, the incident, wow. In West Hollywood came nearly 2 weeks after a suspected double murderer, who was also accused of a range of other violent crimes, was safely taken into custody without the police resorting to any violence, let alone lethal force. Peter Manfredonia was arrested in Maryland 6 days after he allegedly killed a 62-year-old man with a machete, held another man hostage, stole the hostage's guns and vehicle, killed a former classmate, kidnapped the former classmate's girlfriend and her car in Connecticut. All right. And he was taken into custody without incident in Maryland. This is the guy right here. All right. Oh, boy. See, but it's all our imagination. All right. Let's see. Uh, Here it is, another one. It says a man that shot nearly 200 rounds at Hartford County deputies. All right. Following a report made by Murda's girlfriend, who claims that he shot and killed her dog during a dispute. All right. We're familiar with him, said Hartford County Sheriff Jeffrey Goller. He's been the subject of a couple of protective orders from a previous relationship, and then I think from the current one. I'm not up to speed or spec on all of those, but he had made statements in there that he would take out police if they ever came to his house. All right. And yet, it goes here, it says Murdy was charged with attempted first and second degree murder, first and second degree assault, reckless endangerment, aggravated criminal cruelty, animal cruelty, and other related charges. Now, just so you be aware, I might have to make a part two of this in case I get carried away and forget I've got a time limit. All right. So just so that you're aware of that. Here goes another one. Florida woman Serena Probus was accused of two separate violent felonies, one of which the 20-year-old admitted to being too high on cocaine to remember. All right, this is her right here. Despite the clear threat to the safety of the arresting officers, a threat that police have quickly killed black suspects over, Probus was somehow able to be peacefully taken into custody, and as a result, smiled proudly in her mugshot, as you see right here. Her treatment stood in stark contrast to how cops typically react to black suspects accused of same crime or less. And like I said, that's prophecy. That's all right. It's Deuteronomy 28, and let's go straight to it. All right. It says, among these nations, is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65. Among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Most High Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. Verse 66, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. Now, does that fit our people, or those so-called Jews, who, if they were the actual people, all right, this would happen. Aside from Isaiah's 2nd chapter, all right, Micah the 4th chapter. Hold on. This is, let's see, I think it's 32 and the end. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Well, not the end, but hold on. Uh, Wait a minute. Maybe it's the next one over. Salakia. Let's see. Here it is. It's 33. Salakia. This is Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 28. Israel then, actually, let me start up. It says, verse 27 says, the eternal power of God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms, and he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall say, destroy them. Verse 28, Israel then shall dwell in safety